Hello everybody, welcome back to Lost Vault. This is Mike from New Def Gaming, and we are here on our level 69 Druid, talking about some of the things that Aaron Spelker, Kamil Rakoski, and myself discussed in our latest interview about Lost Vault. Kamil Rakoski is the developer of Lost Vault. He is a solo single dev who does all the work, maintains, creates, does everything. He is brilliant, fantastic, and amazing. And I did have a wonderful opportunity as a co-host with Aaron Spelker, who also by chance has a YouTube channel, which I've listed in my description many times. And we discussed all the things about Lost Vault. So we're going to chat about those briefly today for about 35 minutes. And if you want to stick around the 15-minute mark, we're going to do a little bit of a let's play with our water usage. But for mostly today, as promised, I'll be discussing the level 69 talents for the Druid. I'll be talking about which talents I think are really good and which are really bad, some combinations. I'll also be discussing some items and some new strategies that I've been adopting. I'll be giving you an overall look at what series I might be playing in the future on Lost Vault, and also talking about, as I said, near the end of the episode, the updates coming. Some of the really big surprises, head turners that Kamil dropped bombs on. And of course, if you want to hear firsthand some of the bombs, you can go swing by Aaron Spelker's interview with Kamil Rakoski. But I also have some of my own secret bombs you'll get to hear if you stick around long enough. Anyway, thank you very much. And as I said, I always appreciate the preciousness of your time. Keeping the playlist a little shorter now. I know everyone doesn't want to sit through an hour all the time. If you do want me to continue to do longer playthroughs, please leave comments. I will definitely consider that. For now, we're going to keep our Let's Plays to about 35 minutes, so you can quickly knock them out. I'll still try to keep several of them coming up in a week, so I try to get about 3 up a week. So I plan on doing at least 3 different game Let's Plays a week for about a half an hour to 35 minutes. And if I can, I'll try to get 4 up a week. That's like 2 hours of watch time, which means you can knock those out pretty quickly and still check out all your other favorite media sources. I don't want to mainline all your time. I know all of you have many things you have to do in a day. Myself personally, I've got to go to the gym. I've got to do different things. I'm moving pretty soon. I'm working on some channel changes, so I'm exceptionally busy. All right, let us check out the talent system. We are 69, so we're going to discuss the talent system, and then we're going to move over a little bit into our first discussion point, where we'll be talking about some of the future updates.
Selected. Survivor. Tab 1 of 6. Selected. Survivor. Tab 1 of 6.
Survivor.
Rank. Tabs. Tribe. 1 Explorer. Shelter. Items. Tab. Selected. Survivor. Global chat. Button. Show. Button.
All right, I'm opening up
My
the
resources.
talent systems,
Cash.
and I have a little
5,564
bit
bottle
of
cap.
coffee here,
1,436.
so we're definitely relaxing. Everything's cool. It's really good. It's kind of a chill day today. All right, so let's talk about all the talents. We're going to talk about what are the best talents, what are the worst talents. Let's start off with the bottom talents first here.
Upgrade. Dim. Magic shield.
Okay.
Upgrade. 5. Increase health. Level. Free reset. Skills tree. Close. Rewards. Button. Close. Skills tree available points. 0/20. Heading.
We have 20 skill points, and that's the same for you when you reach level 69. And trust me, you can do a lot with those 20 skill points. No, I'm not going to reset all the skill points. I'll just go over what I have.
Free reset in. Reset. Spare heart.
Spare heart is absolutely a must. I think it's one of the best talents that you can get. So I've already put 5 points in that.
Level 5. Increase health by 42%.
It increases your health by 42%. It is really excellent.
5/5. Upgrade.
I've
Dim.
got
Button.
5 points in it.
Magic shield.
Magic Shield, also one of the best talents you can invest in.
Level 5.
Level 5.
Creates a protective barrier to absorb first hits based on the intelligence. The effectiveness of the shield is 50%.
Okay, so you have a 50% chance to block the first hit. Hey, you know what? if this was real life, if you had a 50% chance to not be hit by some sucker punch, that's really good odds. So yes, being able to block that first initial attack by an enemy is absolutely an exceptional ability. I would highly suggest you take 5 points in this. It's great against vault monsters who get a really easy first strike and do a lot of damage. You don't want to get hit with that damage. So yeah, 5 points in Magic Shield.
Level 5 creates a protective barrier to absorb first hits based on the intelligence.
Creates
the
a
effectiveness of the shield
protective
is
barrier.
50%.
The effectiveness of the shield is 50%, and you get that 50% when you put all 5 points in it. So these are must-have. These 10 points are half of your talent points. I'm sorry. There's nothing else we can do here. We have some options now coming up.
5/5. Upgrade. Dip. Iron Skin.
Iron Skin is absolutely terrible. I've tried it. I attempted to make a whole tanky build with my Druid. I went for the highest amount of endurance. I went for Magic Shield. I went for this talent. I went for strength. I used everything I could. It beat a couple of vault bosses. It was minorly effective in PvP, but overall, Druids are just not tanky enough. Maybe for a Guardian this is useful, for a Scout, but for a Druid, this is terrible. You just go ahead and avoid Iron Skin.
Increase armor and magic armor by 0%, right arrow 8%.
Okay, some of you may disagree, that's fine. But I found it to be terrible. So each time you put points in this, you can increase this, I do believe, all the way up to about 42%.
0/5. Upgrade. Dip. Brutality.
Brutality, now this is a tricky one.
Level 5. Increase damage by 17%.
This increases your damage by a flat 17%. Very effective, but it's not mandatory. But it does mean you automatically do 17% more damage. Whenever a Druid can flat increase its damage, and then couple that with natural crit inducing equipment, you can do so much damage. 17% damage, I wish we could make this at least 27% damage because the Druid still needs help. But if you are going to run the numbers on a spreadsheet, you'll know that Druids do an enormous amount of damage, and just having a flat damage increase is very effective. So yes, you're gonna go ahead and drop 5 points inside of Brutality, meaning that you only have 5 more points left. Again, I'm sorry, but these are the best talents I could find.
5/5. Upgrade. Dim. Flash.
Flash is kind of cute and fun. Here's what it does.
First hit during the fight has 0% right arrow 15% higher chance to become a double hit.
Every time you put a point in Flash, you have a percentage increase to make your first hit a double hit. There are several problems with Flash, though. It assumes you'll hit your enemy. Number 2, it assumes that that hit will be consequential. If your enemy is using Reflect, if your enemy is very dodgy, if your enemy has a way of avoiding your attacks and still hitting you, Flash is not going to help you. It's just very situational. And I have to say, I played with it. It was really fun when it went off, but it just didn't go off enough for me to justify using my very, very scarce talent points. Now, later in the video, I am going to have a little brief discussion as we use Zipper Water. I'm going to talk about some improvements we could make to some of these talents. And I'm going to say right here, I'm going to spoil one of my discussion points. If we could make Flash a little bit beefier, say for instance, double the effects of Flash, I think Flash could be a viable talent spec.
0/5. Upgrade. Dim.
Of course, I have no points in Flash. It's terrible as it is right now written.
Toxic Skull.
Toxic Skull is adorable. It's fun. It's cool. I love using it. I love poison abilities. I've always loved to use poison. I've loved poison in D&D. I've loved poison in any game I've ever played. However, it's just not that effective. Now, if you listen to the way it's written, it sounds like you're going to do a percentage of damage based on your enemy's health, but that isn't true. It's a percentage of damage based on the damage you do to your enemy's health. Okay, so if you do 100,000 points of damage to your enemy, that's the percentage damage that the poison will also damage them. So I could break it down, but it would just take a few minutes, and I just don't want to go through that for like the next 15 minutes. It would just like finish the whole video off. So basically, think of it this way. This is going to do damage based on the damage you do. So don't think you're going to be dumping your opponent's health down with massive poison spikes. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Now, if we want to make
upgrade Toxic
Skull viable, again, I'm going to spoil it. We could make it so that it actually does damage to the enemy's actual health based on how much health they have. So if they've got 2 million hit points, it could do a ton of damage to them. That would be amazing. We would have to like study it, modify it, do some testing. But I just think Toxic was a miss when it came to a talent for the Druid. I would love to be a poison Druid. Now, if we really want to make this fair, why don't we say if we want to have the true form of Toxic, why don't we make it so that we have to spend double talent points on this skill? So then we can balance the Druid out overall with our abilities. But yeah, Toxic was such a sad, disappointing moment when I found out it doesn't do the damage that I expected. It was very sad.
The attack poisons the target. Each hit deepens the potency of the poison, dealing 0% right arrow 1% of target health as damage.
Okay, so that 1% going all the way up to 5%, it doesn't happen. It's just 1% of the damage you do to the target. So if you do 300,000, yeah, you can do 5% of 300,000 to the enemy. It's okay if you get to a really high level. And again, I'm also going to drop a big spoiler, 3, 2, 1. So the max level in Lost Vault is 100. Oh, so yeah, I thought it was 70 at one point. Then I actually used to think it was 50. Then I thought it was 75. Then I thought it was 84. No, the max level in Lost Vault is 100. Yes, you heard me right. Kamil has confirmed it. Check out his interview I did with him and Aaron Spelker. All right, so this could be really great later down the road when you're doing an enormous amount of damage with crits. You're doing lots of double hits. That 5% could be very cool, could add up really fast. But for now, not so good. It's not great.
0/5. Upgrade. Dip. Quick hands.
And of course, we have no points in that. This is another cute one called Quick Hands.
Increase frequency of double hits by 0% right arrow 6%.
Okay, this one's better than Flash, but not by very much. This is another one that was very disappointing. I love the name. The name is absolutely amazing. However, it's not that great.
Quick hand. Increase frequency of double hits by 0%
It increases the
right arrow 6%.
frequency of double hits by a percentage. The percentage is way too low. Also, I'm pretty sure it doesn't stack with your natural double hits. So these are some of the problems with double hits that are the way they are designed in the game for the Druid. They don't stack. So it's not fair for those of us who have been spending millions of dollars on luck. Now, I really think we could make this thing work with some suggestions I'll offer at the end of the video.
0/5. Upgrade.
And of course,
button.
I have no points in this.
Weaken.
Absolutely, bar none, the best talent you could ever find. This will destroy most vault monsters because you're weakening their attack strength. They're incredibly fine-tuned to destroy you, and they're balanced to the pinpoint. So Kamil balances everything in his games so extensively that you could set your watch to it. If you have a Swiss watch, if you have a Rolex, you could set it to the configurations within this game. The algorithms are very finely detailed and they are perfect. So if you can adjust your enemy's attack strength, you can destroy them because they are going to have trouble catching up to your level curve. So hurt them with this ability, which will reduce their attack power. Combine this with your shield. Combine this with a little bit of dodge and hit them a few times with some crits. They'll never catch up. This is my absolute favorite ability. I'm gonna let you hear what it does.
Upgrade. Weaken. Level 5. Reduces target damage by 17% on each hit.
Reduces targets by damage by 17% on each hit. Okay, I do not know how many times it stacks. I want to say it only stacks 17%. The reason why I don't want to overguess how much it stacks by, because I've been disappointed before. So I'm going to say this maybe stacks 5 times. But I don't know. I don't think so. I want to say it only stacks up to 17%. But weekend is absolutely a must-have. So you're going to want to put all 5 points in weekend. Let's go ahead and do a brief overview of some of the newer talents coming up for me. And of course, as always, I won't be doing a daily Let's Play of Lost Vault until we get some more new updated materials coming in. So there are going to be new updates. So we're at the point of the video, though, if you don't want to stick around for our Let's Play and our update information, you can go ahead and check out. If you only came here to hear the level 69 Druid talent review and news. But I'm going to be talking a little bit about the coming updates, which are going to allow us to, number one, use the Wheel of Fortune more often. We will possibly get more fights against the raid boss. We will get more abilities to put equipment on inside of our altar. There's also some more possibilities that when you recruit members to your tribe, I often call it a clan or tribe, same thing. Tribe, clan, guild, they're all the same thing. They'll be able to automatically join, which is really, really cool. Because right now, Kamil would prefer not to have keyboards involved with typing information in. So it's really kind of a pain to kind of copy paste things or try to use the keyboard. So basically, people will be able to invite themselves to your particular tribe if you have a spot open. And then you can also get rid of them if you don't want them there, but you can leave those spots open, and I assume he'll make it so you can leave them open or closed. I'm also assuming he'll probably set level requirements, so there'll be parameters to determine whether or not they can join. I would probably set my clan's guild join requirement to maybe level 15 or 20. I don't like to make it too high because I do like to get new people who are blind and visually impaired to join Tribe Blind. We do like to accept folks who are under level 20, not because we think that they're going to be terribly effective at low level, but because we definitely want to support those in our community. And of course, we want to support all of you, no matter if you are blind and visually impaired, or if you are sighted, or if you're visually diverse. We support everyone with all disabilities. And that's what Tribe Blind is all about, supporting disabilities. So we are actually very much excited about the new way to get invited into our tribe. So that's one of the new things that's coming up. And of course, being able to make more Wheel of Fortune spins is going to be very cool. Now, could we get more talent points? Oh no. I really think we're due at least 5 more talent points. I like to have a minimum 5 talent points given to us for free so that our builds could all be different. I'd like to hope that Kamil will give us more talent points. Right now, it is a little tight. It's a bit tight, and it could use a little bit of loosening up. All right, let's overview some of the talents that are coming up and what I feel about them.
5/5. Upgrade. Gambler.
I don't know what Gambler will do. I'd like to say I wish we knew what these do. They don't say what they do. It's like a big surprise, which means you have to come back and keep playing if you want to know what they do. I assume Gambler is probably something to do with damage to yourself or to your enemy. Typical fantasy games, you can gamble for damage. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but if I did use it, I might use it with Toxic Skull.
Lock. Image. Level 72 required.
And that's going to require level 72, so of course you know what that means. I'll be back for another short video about my talent specs when I come back at level 72, because of course I will have 3 talents to spend. And most likely there'll probably be a few changes to my talent build.
Summon Undead.
Summon Undead sounds incredibly exciting. I am 100% certain that I'm going to take the points out of
Level 72 lock. Image. Gambler.
out of Gambler, and they're probably going to go all into Summon Undead. So I'm very excited about that. I think it requires what?
Lock. Level 72 required.
Level
Summon Undead. Lock. Image. Level 75 required.
Level 75. So 75, we're 69. That's 6 levels, that's 6 talent points. So we'll be able to max out either Summon Undead or we'll be able to max out Gambler. We'll have 1 spare talent point, which we can drop in another tree.
Reset. Selected. Survivor.
And
Tab
that
1 of
is
6.
it. So the big baddie, and I do hope Kamil has made Summon Undead the big baddie. Typically for MMOs, your last talent is like your most pivotal class building talent. So I'm assuming that having extras like high level pets in combinations with undead creatures is going to make us extremely powerful. So you're definitely going to want to start upgrading your pets. So that is it for our talent overview. I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to find out what Gambler would do. It sounds quite fun. All right, so that's it for that.
1 Explore. Tab 4
Let's
of 6.
jump over to Explore.
My resources. Cash. 5,564 bottle cap. 1,436 water. 0/440 water recovery. 0 H 51 meters.
Okay,
11.
we don't have
Image.
any.
Bottle. Gears. Logo other.
Actually, I don't think we have any water into. We're playing a little early in the afternoon.
Items. Tab 2 of 6.
Let's
Shelter.
go to
Tab 3 of 6.
Shelter. And let's find out if we have any water we can use.
Headquarter. Show. Button. Info. Refinery. Fuel. 2. Show. But fuel.
Now let's
2.
go
Fuel.
empty out our
2. 9.
fuel.
Refinery. Level. Fuel. Show. But farm. Level 20.
Let's
Food.
empty
5,
out
9,
our
5,
food.
5, 9. Farm. Level 20. Food. Show. But water clarifier. Water. 120. Button.
Okay, we can do 12
Water. 120.
searches.
Water clarifier.
And I'll go over
Level
some
20
of my
produces extra water.
equipment.
Water. Show. But pawn shop. Cash. 5.
Let's
Cash.
eat our,
5, 0. Pawn shop.
money
Level
up
20
here.
produces extra cash needed. Cash. Show. But melting plant. Scraps. 960.
And let's go
Scraps.
take our
906.
scraps up.
Melting plant. Level. Scraps. Show. Warehouse. Show. Button. Library. 51.
My
Zip.
current
Library.
shelter
Level 20 generates daily.
buildings are 20. So I'm getting every building to level 20, including the hatchery. And then I'm going to increase my headquarters to level 21. And then everybody's going to go to 21. So that's my new technique. I go up headquarters and everybody else goes up at the same time. I like it that way. I feel powerful that way. You may disagree, but you can choose to play the way you want to play. All right, let us get over to our
1 Explore. Tab 4 of 6.
Explorer. Let's go explore a little bit. We are currently,
Place that attracts creatures from all over. Info. Burial ground.
we're in the burial grounds. Yep, we're doing really well.
Info. Place that attract. Show. Button.
Let's go get some
My resources.
explorers.
Cash. 506,000.
Yes, I do have some water bottles, but I'm saving them because I'm sure there are some events coming. So I don't want to waste any of my water bottles right now.
District 2. Water. Defeated. District 3. Water. Defeated. District 4. Progress. 820/1033.
Okay, we're doing really good in this district.
My resources. Select. Caravan. Vaults. Close. Burial ground. Place that attract. Water. Auto. Button.
Let's go ahead and get
Water.
some auto tries
Image.
here.
Auto.
So yeah, Kamil, Aaron, and I were talking a lot about some of the Lost Vault applications, about making Lost Vault more of a mainstream. Kamil talked about also purchasing some background music and some more higher end assets. He mentioned that the current assets are a little low end. He'd like to make much more improved assets, which I think is absolutely amazing, especially because that's coming out of his own pocket. He and I had, and Aaron had a nice offline discussion where we talked about some of the monetization. I myself personally, this is not Kamil, but I myself personally think the monetization is very, very light. It actually is maybe too light. I do believe allowing us to have as many Wheel of Fortune spins as we want doesn't affect the game. I think maybe 5 to 10 is fine. If I want to spend my bottle caps, that's my choice. As it is right now, there isn't anything for me to spend them on. I mean, I use them up as much as I can and I still can't spend them fast enough. So to me, that's under monetization. I do believe it'd be fair to allow us to spend more bottle caps on the world boss fights. I think 10 extra fights against it would not affect the game. It would give us some resources, it would give us some itemization, but it wouldn't give us that much. Also, allowing us to spin the Wheel of Fortune an extra 5 times or at least double would be great. Now, if we don't want to make it so that people can spin it 4 times, just double how much it costs to spin the wheel and make the rewards double. So that means we're getting 4 spins actually with only 2 spins. Some of you, I know, you want to get done with the game as fast as possible. And I understand we live in a world where everybody wants to get everything done really fast. Kamil advertises Lost Vault as a game that you just play really quickly. You should, in my opinion, be able to knock out everything you do in the game in about 15 minutes. Now, mind you, if you're playing like me, you're mainlining it, you're probably relaxing and thinking and enjoying it. You've got a little my noise playing on in the background, and you're just finding things to do and chatting with people, answering letters, developing your class, breaking down equipment. So yeah, certainly you can play Lost Vault very quickly. But I think Lost Vault is definitely destined to be a game that can be mainline and also a game that can be quickly played. All right, so we've got our explorers done. Let's give a quick try in the vault.
My resources selected. Waste caravan vaults.
Let's see if we can beat the... I'm currently wearing my vault clearing equipment, but I've been having a little trouble with this current vault creature.
Spicy hell. Show. Spicy
Yeah, I'm
hell.
in Spicy Hell. Spicy
My
Hell
resources.
is really
Cash,
hard.
1,630.
But the first few fights were really easy with my new talent.
Wastelands. Caravan. Selected. Close. But looted. Dim. Looted. Looted. Fight. Button.
Okay, let's fight this
Fight.
guy. It's been really hard beating this latest guy. I've tried to beat him. I've lost like 5 times in a row. Maybe I'll beat him this time. Let's find out.
Victory.
Okay, cool. We won. All right. This is, as I said, this talent build's been very good.
Health. 70. Health. 0/620,752 off rate. Level
Yeah,
94.
off
Image.
rate,
Illustrations.
really,
Sign. Video game. Off rate.
622,000. Good
Level 94.
Lord. Level 94. We're beating level 94 creatures. Good Lord.
Enemy been hit by Nudith Gaming. 4,445/445.
Look how little damage we did. We didn't do much damage. It must have a really nasty damage shield.
Enemy been hit by off rate. 44,181.
It hit us for 44,000. As you know, Kamil just added a combat log.
Nudith Gaming hit the enemy. 150,559.
Ooh, that was a nice 150,000 point hit.
Off rate hit the enemy. 35,721.
And it hit us for 35,000.
Enemy been hit by Nudith Gaming. 155.
We're doing very
17,134.
consistent.
921. Image.
150K
Logo
plus
other.
damage.
Enemy been hit by Nudith Gaming. 151. 01535.
And then we hit it again.
772. Image. Logo
Okay.
other. People. Sign.
One of the things would be really useful if we knew when the double hits were activated. Right now, we don't know when it's a double hit or just a normal hit. Is it because of our speed? Was it a double hit? Was it an activated double hit? I'd really love if the combat log would tell us if whatever the hit is, what is that hit predicated by? Is it a double hit? Is it a hit based on our special talents? Could it please tell us what activated that ability? Now, if you don't want to hear all that information, we could also make a little settings that turns off that extra information for those of you who don't want to know.
Enemy been hit by off rate. 52,409.
Okay, oh, then Offrey hit me for 52,000.
Enemy been hit by Nudith Gaming. 159.
And then I hit it for
56,235. 772. Image. Adult. Logo. Get reward. Button.
And then, yeah, so I kept hitting it for 150,000, and that's why I destroyed
Get
it.
reward.
So that was great. You get some big chunky experience and I think cash for beating vault bosses these days.
Reward. Head. Cash. 1707936.
So a million plus.
Experience. 313873.
300,000 plus experience. That's so sweet.
Scraps. 252.
Okay, so that's where I think the scraps are too low. I love to see those scraps tripled. I love to see those tripled. They are so low. I mean, just give us base scraps. It's so low.
Experience. 70.19%.
And yes, as you can hear, I'm 70% on the way to level 70. There really isn't anything waiting for me at level 70. I'll get one more talent point, and I don't even know where I want to drop that talent point. There's really no good talent for me to drop it in. Most likely, I'll put it in double hit percentage chance increase. but it's not even that great. I'm almost better putting it into Toxic Skull, because at least Toxic Skull is guaranteed damage.
Close button. Close button.
Go ahead and close that.
My resources. Cash. 3 million. Survivor. Tag
And let's go to our items. Find out if we got anything cool that dropped. And of course, I promise y'all, I'll let you hear what I've gotten for what I have for equipment.
Mythic Farmer Hat +9. Mythic Equip. Mythic Aqua Pendant +7.
Okay,
Image.
Mythic Aqua Pendant.
Close button.
I'll let you hear it.
Mythic Vade Pendant Aqua Pendant +7. Heading. Magic Armor 21,534 ++0. Mythic Aqua Pendant +7. Image. Increased damage 30.11% ++0. Double hit 0.24% ++0. Intelligence 1014 ++0. Endurance 659 ++0. Level 66 ++0. Unequip button. Upgrade.
So that's a really good trinket neck piece, and it could get better. So my plus damage could get really heavy. And this is a level 66 piece of gear. So
Recycle. Scrap. Recycle. Scrap. Close.
I'm actually hoping
My
to get
resources.
I'm really hoping to get a level 70 version of that trinket.
Mythic Aqua Pendant +7. Mythic Farmer Hat +9.
Here's my
Image.
Mythic Farmer hat.
Mythic Ultimate Helmet Farmer Hat +9. Heading. Armor 5103 ++0. Mythic Farmer Hat +9. Image. Double hit 0.30% ++0. Intelligence 1131 ++0. Endurance 149 ++0. Luck 96 ++0. Level 67 ++0. Unequip button. Upgrade. Dim.
All right, this is I upgraded this one quite extensively because I had made a big jump. Often you'll notice my gear seems a little jagged on the upgrades. It's like peaks and valleys because you have to understand, usually I only upgrade with the -3 rule. If my current gear is 3 levels below my max level, I'm automatically, mandatorily looking for an upgrade. And I will take whatever comes along. Now, if the equipment is only 2 levels or something like that, and I'm only a little bit behind, I afford myself the opportunity to maybe go for something that maybe has non-optimal stats like endurance and luck. The best stats, in my opinion, for the Druid are intelligence and endurance. So you don't die and you keep doing tons of damage. There's an old rule in MMOs, do damage, don't die. And it holds true to this day.
Unlock button. Sell. Cash. Mythic. Armor 5100. Close button. Mythic Pyromancy Book +7. Common Himmel. Image. Mythic Farmer Hat +9.
All right,
Common Himmel.
here's our
Image.
pet, Common Himmel.
Common. Pet. Himmel. Heading. Common Himmel. Image.
Excuse me.
Damage 4,705 ++0. Armor 2,830 ++0. Double hit 1.55%.
Yeah, I went with a double hit
Level
pet.
69
They
++0.
tend to be very
Unequip.
effective.
Button. Lock button.
So double hit is better than you think when it's a flat amount, and it's always there. So yeah, I've tried plus damage. I also have a plus experience, by the way, and yes, I have a plus cash. I have all that stuff. But double hit and crit, they're very effective. I have no idea why.
Close button.
I can make some
My
guesses,
resources.
but
Cash. 3.
double hit just really works.
24/34. Mythic Winter Ring +7. Mythic Bandit Gloves. Mythic Squire. Mythic Pyromancy Book +7. Image.
Okay, here's my weapon.
Close button. Mythic Insane Weapon. Pyromancy Book +7. Heading. Mythic Pyromancy Book +7. Image. Damage 15,122 ++0. Increase health 1.69% ++0. Intelligence 1,681 ++0. Luck 937 ++0. Level 68 ++0. Unequip button.
Okay, so that's a level 68. Now you might be hearing a special number. That's the rune information. I'd love in the future for all equipment to let you know what amount is designated to rune and what amount is designated to gem. I'd love to have that happen. And finally, let's have a flat across enchantment buff added. We don't have enchantment really. Gems are not enchantment. Runes are not enchantment. Those are basically gems. I'd love to have us have an ability to enchant our equipment, whether it would be with crit, whether it would be with double hit, or anything like that. And that's my timer telling me that we're just about out of time. So again, I'll tell you what, I will come back and we'll go over more of my equipment. It really isn't anything really crazy or wild to show you. Just your typical level 66 to level 69 Druid gear. Nothing really fantastic. Again, my equipment level is mithril, and I have everything I have is mithril. I have my armory equipment at legendary, but I give them all mithril gems because mithril gems are very cheap and easy to come by. I also want to let you all know I keep an enormous amount of scraps. My current scrap pile is 750,000. Let me let you hear it.
Center of screen.
I think I have.
Close button.
Let's close that.
My resources. Cash. 3,346,939 bottle cap. 1,436 scraps. 751,720.
So there you go. 750,000 scraps. And you might say, why am I saving so many? Well, because you need them for upgrading runes. I plan on saving the maximum amount of scraps so that when I get to be max level, I'm going to be able to max out all of my equipment. So, and I currently also want to know what the max level is for scraps. I don't think there is, so I'm going to keep trying. But that's going to wrap it up for us today. I hope you enjoyed the talent preview, speculation about upcoming updates, talking a little bit about my private conversation with Aaron and Kamil Rakoski. And I hope it has been enjoyable for you. And as I always say, love yourself, each other, and please always be kind. And we'll hear you next time on Lost Vault on the trails as we travel together. And take care.